I'd like to thank the KCHP Foundation and the KCHP membership for honoring me with this award. When I began my journey towards becoming a pharmacist, I knew I wanted to practice pharmacy at a very high professional level, but I never thought that I would ever be receiving this award right now. With that said, I'm both humbled and honored to be here standing in front of you today while you're postprandial and only half paying attention to me. But I would also like to say that I certainly didn't get here alone, that I had a lot of help along the way, and I need to thank a couple people for guiding me along that path. Willie. Let's start with Willie. And I can't believe I'm thanking you for anything. But Willie is a respected director of pharmacy at Hayes Medical Center, and I appreciate his nomination and friendship throughout our journey through our professional careers, because it truly has been a parallel journey between Willie and I. Willie and I have had many fun and interesting experiences over the years, and those experiences have gotten us into trouble, and they've also done some good things at the same time. But without each other, we couldn't have done what we both have done to this point. Willie will always tell you that he got me through pharmacy school. That's wrong. We did it together. He didn't get me through pharmacy school. But Willie, you're a good friend who inspires me, and I appreciate these past years more than you know. I would also like to thank Mark Woods, my prior residency program director at St. Luke's. Mark's unable to be here today. However, he did say he's here with me in spirit. Mark has inspired me. He's given me the desire to be the best pharmacist that I could be, to help every patient to the best of my ability, and to do everything I could to raise the bar in health system pharmacy. And I would just like to say this for the room, Mark, this award has a great deal of you in it, and I thank you for all that you've done throughout my career. Pat Parker, sitting right here. Director of Pharmacy at LMH, Lawrence Memorial Hospital, also a good friend and mentor. You clearly challenged the room 2 years ago at the annual meeting in Lawrence when you had your Legacy Award speech. You challenged the room for the pharmacists to be the best possible pharmacists that they could be, and a legacy is a legacy. I don't have a legacy yet. You told us what that meant. I'm sorry, that's a hard speech for me to do. What most people here are unable to witness is that you make that challenge to me and to others every day at LMH, and they can't see that, and I appreciate that. I hope, as I accept this award, that you realize that it was also you that inspired me. As our daily relationship changes in the next few months, as I set off to take your message and that inspiration to others around the world, I want you to know that you will always be an inspiration to me. Thank you. So I can't thank everybody in this room for everything that you've done for me, but I am extremely glad that this is the room that I'm accepting this award at. I really am. Words can't express that gratitude. I would also like to thank the residents and students in this room, and there are a lot of them. And I'm looking out at faces, and they're here, and that's great. I'm truly proud of all of you, and I look forward to watching your future successes. I always say I will be watching, and so does Pat, and we will be watching. But there's nothing greater in my life than watching other people succeed, and you guys have certainly rocked it. You may notice that I've used the word inspiration several times when talking at this time. It was inspiration that prompted my beloved wife Carrie and I to spend 4 weeks in Pareto, Colombia, in the hopes of creating a family by adoption. We stayed at a hacienda in one of the most dangerous parts of the world, just on the hope that we'd have the chance to adopt 3 lovely children. In the end, our prayers were answered, and every night I now get to go home and make dinner for them. Inspiration. That's what prompted me to travel to Thailand, to help aspiring pharmacists in a vastly different situation to achieve their goals for professional pharmacy development. I'm proud to say that many of them have achieved board certification and are looking to further their current accomplishments. It inspired me to give all of my effort to making our residents at LMH to be what they can be, and they have been. I'm proud to say they're leaders in their own right, and I expect to see more of them up here someday. That's a challenge, by the way. Mark Woods once told me that as residency director, you need to include a healthy portion of your soul. He was right. I will miss being the residency director at LMH. My path has now changed to a great extent. I have recently been given a unique opportunity to provide this inspiration at a larger scale and on an international level. Pat recently told me, and I will paraphrase this because I didn't write it down at the time, but it was in his office and I remember it. You can help 15 patients each day, or you can seize this opportunity to potentially teach thousands how to do the same thing every day. That is true inspiration. It was inspiration that created KCHP. It was inspiration that challenged each of us to become pharmacists. It was inspiration that challenged each of us to be the best that we can be every day. It was inspiration that challenged me to take this opportunity. So I was in Thailand a few months ago, and we were about to give some presentations in Bangkok. In the heart of downtown Bangkok, we looked out from our hotel rooms and we saw a vacant lot. Well, that was directly in between the hotel room and Bumrungrad Hospital, which is one of the premier hospitals in the world. It wasn't nice looking, but there was something about that drew our attention. So there were immediate discussions around this, and why is that there in between? Well, after much discussion, we decided that that should be used for a different reason. And in the end, it was for hospice care or end-of-life care, make a hospice house. That I am in the works of putting a bid on to be a hospice house and call it Tranquility Oasis. It's a small act, I know that, but it can make a difference in a big way, and I hope it does. You can't control when inspiration hits you, but you can control when you inspire others. I decided right there that I would spend the rest of my days inspiring others to make a difference, to be the best that they can and raise the quality of pharmacy on a global basis. As I prepare to embark on this next journey, I want to challenge each of you to join this effort in your own way. Do not get lost in the daily minutiae of pharmacy. It's much bigger than that and much more important than that. Remember, at the end of the day, you're here for a reason. You're all in this room for a reason. And the reason is to help people. We're all here for that. Think about what you need to do to push others to be the very best they can be personally and professionally. Think about how you can make a difference. Think about how you can change KCHP to make it even better. We're very lucky to have chosen this profession. Every day we help people. Let's take it to the next level. It's time. Let's help them more and in ways they don't even expect. All you need is a lack of fear and a healthy dose of inspiration. Thank you. I am profoundly honored.